Okay, so I wanted to show everyone a little tour of my garden. Such a good May Day. So let's go see what we have here. So I just planted some petunias, which are pretty easy, and there's some purple Jew that has come back from last year, and then I planted some. Here, look. Here's the pot outside of Ellery's window. It's pretty. Okay. And then I have this plant coming back, and I'm not sure what it is. It must be some perennial thing that I planted last year, and I didn't realize it was a perennial. And so that's a fun surprise. We'll see what that is. The wisteria's out, of course. So that's nice. We're waiting for, well, someone's got to pick up the garbage. Okay, so let's go around the back and I'll show you the stuff that we did today. So this has been a family project. Ellery and Soren and Dad have helped. Let me show you. Okay, over here we have our grapevines going and petunias, and then we just planted lettuce in the containers. Here, I gotta pick up this stuff. And then Ellery made a little morning glory area over here. And we like to use these Buddha bottles. They have they have Buddha on the front, and we fill them up with water and stick them upside down like that. Some people use wine bottles, or you can buy things at the store that are just like that. So we put some in these planters over here, which is fun. Okay. Are you going really fast? Okay. So this is our mulberry tree, and I made a tincture out of it last year. So I'll do that again this year. There are little berries on it, but usually the birds and squirrels get them before I can. And then we made this for our rabbit, Ambrosia. We can move it around and she can come out and play and eat grass and poop in the grass for us, so that we have some nice manure. Okay, come over here. So over here, this big plant is, it's actually two plants. It's bell pepper, but it's not just regular bell pepper. It's, when the fruit gets ripe, it's like a deep purpley black color. So that'll be really fun. And can you see the little pods right there coming out, getting ready? There's some right there too. Oh, there's a little bloom right there. So anyway, that'll be fun. These are strawberry plants. So here's a little bloom. We've gotten a few, but not very many. But it's okay because Ambrosia the rabbit loves to eat these leaves. She chomps on them. And then we have another wisteria plant over here, which is going gangbusters right now. Okay, so this little pie-shaped area, I planted sunflowers. And when they grow up tall, I'm going to connect them in the middle here. So we'll have like a little sunflower teepee, if that makes sense. And I planted a couple extra because some of them have some gaps. So as they grow up tall, then we'll attach them here up top. And you can walk in. Here's the little pathway. You walk in, and it'll be fun for the kids. Okay. And then this is, I'm not sure what kind of tree this is. Maybe somebody can tell me. It has like little flowers on it, and it gets berries on it too. I don't know if it's like an elderberry tree or something like that. That would be really cool. But, so come over here. This is just like a little ornamental area where I have my tassels, cowboy boots, spurs, begonias. Don't go too fast. Yeah. And then over here are herbs. And they've all come back from last year. I have planted sage and thyme from last year. Is it too shady? Here, maybe go around the other way. And yeah. So there's basil and bee balm that has come back from last year. I planted sage and thyme, that's new. We have mussel shells and then petunias in the cowboy boot. A new planting today are these cucumber mounds. So we have this one that Ellery did, and these two over here, which are fun. And then we've planted a bunch of flowers. So over here on the side of the compost is going to be, what is it, zinnias? They're like hot pink zinnias. And that's the compost pot, Caradwin's pot. Okay, and then over here we planted another convolvulus. We're just calling it pretties because we don't know how to say it. Convolvulus or whatever. And then these are some tomato plants. And we had a couple of spinach. I pulled some of the lettuce. We're going to use the lettuce tonight. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, so this is the rabbit hutch, Picatrix Pavilion. And Kyler and I designed it and built it. He built most of it with Ellery, and I helped a little bit. So it's 16 gauge wire, 1 by 2, and then 1 by 1 on the bottom, and PVC pipe that we painted, and then well, it's not metal. It's like a plastic roof. I don't know. What are you looking at right now? There's a little girl right there. Hello. Hello. She's gonna come out. Be careful. So Ambrosia eats kitchen scraps and stuff from the garden, like mulberry leaves. She eats grapevines. She eats the strawberry leaves. She eats radish tops. She eats dandelions. She eats, what else does she eat? Yeah, that's all stuff free from outside. And then we give her hay and pellets as well. So she poops and pees in my garden for me, and all this straw and litter, as it builds up, I'll be able to use that and rake it around the garden and use it to mulch the garden and keep the moisture in the plants. So, and she's a female, and so hopefully someday she'll have babies when we find her a boyfriend, and we'll breed rabbits for meat, for just our family home production. So that's the plan. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm just tired of eating animals that I know have been mistreated or have not been taken care of properly. So this is my idea of how to get around that. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if I can actually process my own meat rabbits, but if I can't, I'm still using her manure and the straw and everything, and she is eating scraps, and she's a wonderful pet. She's really fun for Ellery. Ellery loves her. Okay, and the dogs just think she's very interesting to watch. Okay, so here's radishes and beets and peas over there, and then today I planted beans across the top, half the top border, and then my corn is over here in this shady part. I do not know how well they're gonna produce corn. I've heard corn is really difficult here. It's really difficult to grow here, I've heard. So I don't know, it might not be enough sun, but they're alive and growing, so we'll see what happens. I hear you have to tassel them, so I planted them close together so I could tassel them. You rub the tassels together to get them to produce the ears. So, and then I have this little rose bush that is hanging on for dear life. She bloomed a few. She looks a little bit sad right now because we did a lot of work in here. She'll look better tonight and tomorrow. But anyway. Okay, and then lastly, but not least, gardening has kind of taught me that what you do with your garbage matters. So that's a place for my weeds, and I just burn the weeds and use the ash and put it in the compost. Potash is really highly valued for its contents in compost. So, and we also compost things like eggshells, all the kitchen scraps, paper, cardboard, shells from like shrimp, or like thin fish bones, like trout bones I've used. Trout's really good, by the way, to buy at Costco because it's easier on the environment and it's a good healthy fish for you. So, okay, let me see. I think that's it. We just have the 2 strawberry plants up there that have produced some strawberries, but not very many. Well, that's it. This is my Gypsy Boot Pharmacy, one of my projects to connect with the earth and find out what's real and celebrate what's real and teach my kids to do the same. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. See ya.